Hello, hi, how are you today? In this video, I want to talk to you about the direction of some of this. So this topic is going to be your job and ascension. Hi, I'm Patricia. Welcome to my channel where I'm teaching you about the ascension. Now, as you can probably see in the news, in the media, maybe in your family patterns, we're collapsing a ton of timelines, okay? If you're not aware, we are bringing a lot of things full circle from 2016. So that's 9 years, and this is, the culmination of a lot of bringing yourself in, how this works, because there is a thing that is supposed to work here, is you are collapsing timelines to bring about some rapid results. Now, those rapid results don't always seem like guidance. And I have been busy getting a lot of guidance for people because the discernment is really hard to pick out when there's a lot of mixed messages out there. You're getting the miasm of the mental collective and you're supposed to ascend. And on top of that, you might have exactly what we're talking about here, your job. Now, a lot of people, as you may be aware from my most recent video, a lot of people wind up with job loss, job dissatisfaction, a lot of dissatisfaction with their personal life, personal finances. A lot of people feel like they have to do something extreme, like go completely off grid. And yeah, you are going off the grid of the old paradigm. You are. You cannot plug in there anymore. So I'm here to help you clear your root chakra stuff because it is past, present, and for your future. One of the things that happens and why people feel dissatisfaction is in the future and in this immediate future, no more square pegs and round holes. And this is why a lot of twin flame people feel like a misfit. You feel like you don't fit in anywhere. You feel like you should have been born in a different time, or your future isn't here yet, or you just feel bogged down with a lot of patterns, a lot of things from the past. And this could be past relationships, it could be a real toxic one that you were involved with. There's also different mindsets too. And that's going to bring me to a true return of masculine energy. The masculine energy is whooshing in. This is for women and men, but particularly women who don't feel support. You may be by yourself, you may be in a form of separation, and you need support. That masculine energy belongs to you. We are collapsing the timelines, and that is what's happening. But it can be like, whoa, like a moving target. It's like when the stock market starts swinging wildly, or, people are like, what is this company doing? It's up, it's down. What's going on? Which way is the wind blowing today? Or you can feel utter stagnation and inertia in your life. Which is it? Is your life in a state of inertia? Are you stuck? Okay. The return of the masculine energy. Think of it this way. Part of a big piece of this masculine energy is electric energy. That's your action energy. That's your put it into motion energy. That is your emotion and feeling, your passion. How does your passion from your 5D union express itself into the world? That's what we're going to explore here. Okay. So I'm going somewhere with this. And another thing to note, your job does not define you, your soul does. You are not defined by the role of your job. You've had many roles in many lifetimes. You should have learned some skills. You should have been able to hone your gifts in those past timelines. And if you're not, you're going to flounder. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, that's a good thing because that means all your stuff is showing up from collapsing these timelines. And it can be like, whoa, oh my God, like, what do I do first? What do I do next? Let's get you focused. Let's get you decompressed. Let me get you activated to implement and put that electric energy into action. It's got to pay for you. It's got to be worth it to you. It's got to get your flow going. It's got to cut off some of the root chakra stuff and get you on the right track. So are you floundering? You know what flounders do? They kind of look like they're playing dead. They're like, you know, they're floating kind of belly up in the water. And, this is why it's called that when people do it. Are you just like bobbing in the water like a cork because of the inertia? Are you stuck? Are you having trouble grasping what it is that you should do? Okay. We do by being. What that means is by being the light being that you are, using your twin flame body, it's able to come through you. If you're only working with a certain percentage of yourself, you can't. Now, I had this conversation with a young man recently where he was like, I really want to know the stuff for, starting up something. I said, the very first thing is we got to click you into that other side of your central nervous system so that it can flow through you, because that is going to be the easiest way. The other thing is that, you have to feel that you're being supported. That's what this return of energy is intended to do for you, is the feeling of support, confidence, and I'm going to toss it in there. Even people think it's hokey, loved. Some people feel not loved whatsoever. If you're of the mindset, look, this energy that we are collapsing timelines from 9 years, this is a lot of mentalities. I literally had someone say this to me. The man buys the toilet paper and the women hold space for all the spiritual stuff. No. Equality means equality, equal creation. Okay? If you decide to flounder and not do anything with what is coming to you, please join, because I can show you how to activate that. I will activate you. By 4 weeks later, you will have a direction and what to do, how you're going to do it. We do an activation of the 5th dimension to the 6th dimension, because you see, a higher level has to support your creations and fuel it with love. Okay, this is your vibe going out into the world. It's not going to come from the Kundalini where everyone's trash is falling down. Everyone's mind trash. Okay? No. It's got to come from a higher level. A 5D to 6D spirit causal body connection. What is your causal body? The causal body is how you make things happen. They are different connections. It bypasses the ego. It creates the energetic vibration that not only sets boundaries, but attracts the things that you want. Now, there's people out there that they want to listen to a frequency and they're like, oh, let me tell you, this is like the hokey gobbledygook from the 3rd and 4th dimension. Even if it worked thousands of years ago, it is not going to work for the new paradigm. Let me bring you back to this. Square pegs and round holes. The new paradigm requires people who know what they're doing, who are getting their guidance, who are going to create it. You're going to create solutions, and I'm here to guide you. I'm not here to dish it out to you. This isn't church. This isn't some religious organization. This isn't your family. Okay, young men have a real problem with this, because in older times, ancient times, a lot of families tried to have sons, and those sons would be relegated to certain roles. Some of them had, they were the ones who got the bulk of the inheritance and the responsibility. Some of them, there wasn't a job for them, so they would have to, for example, enter a priesthood or something. Or they had to become a farmer, or they were the sheep herder. And they couldn't make enough money to afford a wife. Just imagine. Imagine it is still happening. Let's get rid of it for you, because you are not intended to be a square peg where they're trying to keep cramming you. They will keep cramming you into the same broken system. work for yourself here, okay? Even if it's finding the career you love. Proper support means that the door's open for you. Proper support means that your higher self is up here saying, I know you think that you shouldn't apply or request or even think you can get that. Just do it. Just do it. You do the physical thing. I'm going to open that door energetically for you. That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. So this will involve your money flow, your jobs and career, callings of the heart, okay, and your business. Now, let me tell you something. A lot of people are like, should I quit? I'm going to talk about that in another video. So please join. The links are below. We have an evening class that goes for 4 weeks or a Sunday morning class that goes for 4 weeks. We're skipping over the Thanksgiving weekend in the United States simply because most people, they got something to do or someplace to go. They're not focused on this, frankly. And we will resume. So you will get 4 weeks of support, live Q&A, like-minded people, meaning this is people who are on the same page. They've had a twin flame activation in a separation. They've got to not just fend for themselves, but create. And it's another fallacy that twin flames are going to do the same work together. No, no. You can create things together if you want, but it's going to play out a lot differently than people believe. But the key here is get it to start unfolding for you. Let's see what is new for you. What do you have? What do you want? When you work on clearing, you get what you need. But when you work on building, you get what you want. Thanks so much. Have a great day. I hope to see you there. Reach out to me with questions and check out my website at twinflamereconnection.com. Bye.